Wow, this game really got sweaty, that's crazy. Passing the ball to yourself so it's faster? What the f***? Well, my friend, what if I told you the game used to be even sweatier? Matter of fact, the game used to be so sweaty, that when they removed some of the highest level techniques, half the player base disappeared. Where did they all go? Who knows, probably doing something better with their lives, but here's what you can still do now if you care to play this game at all. Hello everyone, we Clutch here. Today we're going over every known mechanic in a cartoon dodgeball game called Knockout City. It's free to play, so go ahead and try it out if this video fancies your interest to learn these tricks and dominate against your opponents. So without wasting much time, let's dive into the newest mechanic you can practice right now. This will take some practice before you can execute it in game. Have patience and pay attention to these tips to help you learn as fast as possible. This mechanic is the Ricochet, discovered by the Japanese player Mr. K. There are two variants to this tech, G pass being the straight shot and K pass for the curved shot. To do the G pass you need to dash an opponent, look backwards, throw, then catch simultaneously. The inputs and timing is strict. It is best to be able to do this in hideout over and over again until you feel comfortable enough with the timing to execute it in game. For the K pass you need to pop curve to do it correctly, so practice throwing the ball then inputting curve directly after. Throw curve, not curve throw. Once you felt you've mastered doing this with the basic ball, it's time to put your efficiency to the test and use a bomb ball. After you get this down, let's try to do it in a bot game. I will show you clips of me using this in actual matches, but I suggest you practice against the bots to feel out your spacing for the technique so you don't fail and look like an idiot. Now you got the G pass down. Start adding a jump after your throw to achieve the Ricochet variant to gain max height over your opponents. This one can be tricky, so your timing must be on point. Moving on to the next mechanic you can practice, the Noodle Pass. Here is a live demonstration from the creator himself.
And to grab it just that little bit sooner.
To do this, it's recommended to have pass on hold instead of toggle. Look straight up and lob pass, then sprint a couple steps into a jump dash. You will automatically catch the ball in your hands.
I am Moist Spaghetti. Yeah, that's my name.
The Noodle Pass. This is optimal for catching your opponents off guard. While you run at them like a madman, they will believe you don't have a ball. But through the sky a tier 1 lands in your hands and you can fire instantly to surprise the enemy. This is more dependent on your terrain surroundings. Watch your step. This trick is easy to execute but hard to implement in game. Again, it is dependent on your surroundings, so you need to be aware of where you're trying to set up. If the opponent sees you trying to do this, they can easily interrupt it. Let's move on to the two most common techniques used in the game: the self-pass and spring jump. These were created by Liu Jiabin, a Chinese player who moved to North America for international studies. Although Liu has vanished, they left us with the two most common practices used in competitive play. According to Liu, they discovered the curve self-pass during the first week of beta for Knockout City. It was not long after until they found the lob variant to be much easier to implement, because it could be done without having to jump. If you're a beginning player, learn this technique from doing it off height, such as the ledge in hideout or in a private match like this with appropriate terrain. I suggest using auto sprint to make it easier to catch the ball, because you need to be moving forward with the trajectory and perfect catch. For the spring jump, simply press ball up, then jump out when you first touch the ground. Having a bit of momentum will increase your success rate. This is used to gain extra height and reach terrain you would be unable to with normal jumping. Now we move on to the biggest technique being used in competitive play to date: the flap block and ball drop. This technique was discovered by the Korean player Mr. V, who is continuously finding new secret tech on their own. To do this correctly, you need to input forward movement before you drop the ball. If you don't, the ball will drop to the side of you instead of in front. So practice doing this before you try to ball block. For the flap block, the timing is when your arm's close. This is a great way to avoid punishment whenever you miss a catch. It's not hard to learn, and you can block any tier if your timing is on point. The only counter to this technique is if the opponent does a curve shot, but when there is a will, there is a way. You can turn 90 degrees and successfully block the curve with accurate timing, but only if you are strong enough to do so. There is a fake block variant as well. However, I would not suggest doing this because it's suboptimal in game, and more meant as a style point technique. The inputs to execute this is very difficult, and we ourselves have yet to master it. Now let's talk about the most difficult mechanic that used to be in Knockout City since the beginning of launch: staircasing, discovered by the Japanese player Hiyoko Noko. Staircasing gave you infinite height as long as you were capable of doing a fake lob into lob self-pass repeatedly in succession. This technique was vastly unknown and only replicated by the chosen few who spent hours upon hours mastering it.
40. I'll just try and go over 100.
Most notoriously known by the Caribbean player J.J. Bennett, they adopted this technique and tested its limits to the fullest potential, making quite the name for themselves in Knockout City as being one of the chosen few.
2, 3, 144, 145. 146, 147. What the heck? Around 147.
Why didn't you go before we got?
I drank a soda. I did an oopsie, okay?
Okay, Marina.
Okay, I'm done. I'm out.
Yep, yep, that's it. Oh, staircasing.
Dang. The disrespect.
Rude.
Nice.
Oh, the disrespect
Wonderful.
there.
Okay, 1,000 holobucks.
Bye-bye.
JJ Bennett.
Here's an honorable mention for a technique we discovered that was secretly patched, alongside staircasing. It's a standard pop lob self-pass but with a visual representation of doing a straight throw. Thank you for watching. Share this video to help someone learn the techniques in this game. It's not as difficult as it seems, just takes a little bit of practice to be consistent. Like, comment and subscribe for better content in the future. Your support is genuinely appreciated. This is We Clutch, signing off. Until next time, brawlers.